I grew up being reminded that I was named for Douglas MacArthur, one of only 5 five-star generals in the history of the U.S. Army, and for Robert E. Lee. In case you only know that name from Easter in the Park, that's Robert E. Lee. All I need to say for you to know that my coming out was not without its struggles. But if I also tell you that both of my parents are Southern Baptist and from Mississippi, you might get a better idea of the struggles that have accompanied my life's journey. It's a journey that has included, among other things, working as a missionary in Japan, an obviously failed attempt at ex-gay therapy, and rejection by my family. But those are stories for another time. I am happy to say that I've made my way through love and loss to find the joy of living as my authentic self. I've just completed my 19th season with the chorale, and I've seen a lot of change during that time. But one thing that has remained the same is the secret sauce of a Turtle Creek Chorale concert. We call it TLC, tears, laughter, and chill bumps. I think Daryl's song had the chill bumps taken care of. And if you think he made you cry, I know what's yet to come. So that leaves me with the daunting task of trying to make you laugh. So a priest, a rabbi, and a chorale member walk into a bar. No, seriously. Tonight I was asked to speak about some of the humor in the history of the Turtle Creek Chorale. Many years ago, after reading The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, I sat down to write a personal mission statement. Among the things I established as my life's purpose was to add more music and more laughter to the world. I feel quite fortunate that the chorale has given me ample opportunity to do both. Our weekly rehearsals are almost always equal parts humor and hard work. And we have developed several other humorous traditions over the years. Some of you may find this hard to believe, but when you get a group of gay men together, and by that I mean more than 2, there is the possibility of a little drama. When you get 200 gay men together, you have the potential for drama of epic proportion. For example, in July 2006, 10 years ago this month, I was ending my first season as president of the Turtle Creek Chorale. We won't talk about how we got there, but it had been an especially dramatic year. The chorale was struggling. Back then, the chorale covered the cost of the end-of-the-season awards banquet for members, and it had always been a dress-up affair in a fancy hotel ballroom. But there was no money for that, so the event was held right here at the Roundup, and it was catered by, no kidding, Chipotle. It had been a bad year on many levels. The chorale wasn't just losing money. We were losing our audience, and losing executive directors, and losing board members. Lots of board members. There had been so much drama, it seemed like the only thing to do was to make fun of it. I thought we could all use a good laugh. So I offered up a humorous recap of the year's events at the banquet. Over the years, as board chairs and executive directors and artistic directors kept resigning, there was always something else to make fun of. So the tradition of roasting the year that had just ended was born. Last month, I delivered the 10th annual year in review at our annual banquet. Members now have to buy a ticket to the event, but with no disrespect to the Roundup, I'm happy to report that we were at the Park City's Hilton. One of the funniest traditions of the chorale is the Miss Big Thicket pageant. It dates back to the early 90s, and it was founded as, and still remains, an AIDS fundraiser. Contestants earn a point for each dollar they raise, but no lip syncing is allowed. Contestants don't have to sing, but their talent, whatever it is, must be performed live. The first Miss Big Thicket, Maybeth Blackhead, hammered nails into a wooden sawhorse to the tune of the Star Spangled Banner. There have been lots of singers over the years, but in 1995, Buffy Forte, imagine a 6.5-foot tall Barbie doll, demonstrated how to pack a suitcase. In 2000, Stormy Weather, a woman who may or may not bear a striking resemblance to me, performed a liturgical dance to a medley of selections from the Chorale's Psalm CD. In 2007, Cookie Baker frosted cupcakes. And this year's winner, Lisa Kondo, performed a fantastic ribbon dance. But my favorite Miss Big Thicket moment had to be the Siamese twins who were joined at the hip. They were contestants number 3 and 5, and they took turns standing there with their arms crossed, rolling their eyes while the other was performing. Of course, no historical or hysterical record of the chorale would be complete without mentioning the Strangerettes. The group was formed out of the love, some might say obsession, that Gary Williams has for the Kilgore College Rangerettes. In 1990, Gary, or Gussie Nell as he is more commonly known, encouraged a group of about 20 chorale guys to dress up as the iconic Texas drill team for Halloween. For the next few years, the Strangerettes would make occasional appearances at the Halloween block party. But in 2002, Gary decided he wanted to bring the group back bigger and better than ever. He recruited a choreographer, and more than 40 chorale guys began practicing to march in the Dallas Pride Parade. With uniforms that were nearly identical to those worn by the Rangerettes, only a few sizes larger, a precision pom-pom routine, and lots of high kicks, the Strangerettes were awarded Best Entry in the 2002 Dallas Pride Parade. In 2003, they were named Best Out of Town and Best Overall Entry in the Houston Pride Parade. In 2004, they wowed an international audience at the Gala Chorus Festival in Montreal. In 2005, they scored a trifecta by winning Best Out of Town and Best Overall Entry in the Houston Pride Parade and Best Entry in the Dallas Pride Parade. Rebranded as the award-winning Strangerettes, they made their last appearance in 2007 in the Austin Pride Parade. Of course, if you've been to a chorale concert, you know that humor also happens on the stage. Sometimes things are funny when they're not supposed to be, like whenever we try to sing and do choreography at the same time. But usually the humor is planned. We've had monks flipping giant flashcards with the words to the Hallelujah chorus so they could sing along without breaking their vow of silence. We've had 200 men in pink bathing caps performing a synchronized swimming routine to Waltz of the Waters. And we've had some rather large men in tutus, we called them ballerinos, perform the dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy, accompanied by a tuba ensemble. To capture a bit of the humor from our history, tonight I'll be singing a song that I originally performed in February 2009 as part of a Valentine's and food-themed concert called Music Be the Food of Love. I originally performed this number in drag, and trust me, I looked fabulous. Ham sandwiches taste better when heaping with a huge squirt of cheddar. Sleepwalking through a Swiss colony, dream a little dream of cheese. Say camembert, then kiss me. Rub my Roquefort and hug my Havarti. Fetch a feta, please, a blue or a brie. Dream a little dream of cheese. melt in your arms. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear. Make love to me in a hickory farm. Swiss cheese upon ricotta. Cream cheese isn't a cheese, but love it, hey, I gotta. Strong as Stilton or meek as Colby. Dream a little dream of cheese. I'm never alone. I longer to linger till dawn, dear. Make love to me with a sharp provolone. Visions of Gouda dance in my head. 3 kinds of cheese make Velveeta spread. Aerosol cans full of an American squeeze. Dream a little dream of